guys, I am going to talk about meat today. I told you that I was going to follow up with, I had the video about vegetables, and this one is going to be about local meat. So you have anything from beef to pork to chicken. Then we're going to talk about eggs and honey and some milk as well. You guys, just wait. She'll come out when she's ready. Okay, so today, and it's funny that I'm talking about meat today. I was planning on doing that even before Hy-Vee put this whole thing out that they're only allowing a certain amount of meat purchased and all this stuff, and I have no idea about any of that. But I do know that I truly believe in buying local vegetables as well as meat. So all of these farms that I'm telling you about are people who really take care of the land, they take care of their animals, and they do it in a way that's supposed to be done, where the animals are fed on pasture and grasses, because we always try to buy our meat locally whenever we can, and support local farmers as well as eating more beneficial meat. And the reason it's more beneficial is because what's good for you is also good for the animals. So exercise, a good green leafy diet, and sunlight are all good for you. It's also good for the animal, and that's what they're getting when they're pastured and raised on grass and out in the open, as opposed to a feedlot, which is where a lot of our meat comes from when you buy it over the counter in grocery stores. There's less carbon footprint as far as how far the meat has traveled to get to you. There are benefits as far as the quality of meat you're getting and what's in the meat. So we're going to jump into it, and the first one I'd like to talk about is Crooked Gap Farms. I think they're out of Knoxville. They have a variety of different meats, from chicken and eggs. You can get eggs, you can get whole chickens, you can get pork and beef, and you could easily access them because they deliver to the cheese shop every other Tuesday. So I think it's the first and third Tuesday of every month. They're at the cheese shop, and you can pre-order and go pick it up, or you can just stop by and you can get what you want depending on what they have. So that's a really easy one to do. Another one is Lucky George Farm, and I don't remember where they're out of, but they are also part of the farmers market. But because they aren't going to choose to participate in the farmers market this year, what they're doing is they're doing a drop off at Twisted Vines Vineyard in West Des Moines. So I think that's right off of like 22nd Street or something. I don't know. It's right out 35th. And they are doing a drop off. I think it's every Saturday. Again, you can find them online and you can get a hold of them and you can give them your order, and then you can just go pick it up on Saturday when they have it. I think it's about an hour window that you can pick it up. And they also have a variety of meats too. They even have things like rabbit and all the way up to beef. They are specialized in a heritage breed pig, and I forget what it's called, but it's a type of pork you would never be able to eat from any place else, at least any place else from the store or local. And it's very good quality meat as well. You also have Ebersol Cattle Company, which I mentioned a little bit ago or the last video when I was talking about when I picked up my CSA veggies, or my organic veggies from Peachtree Brewery. They also deliver to Peachtree Brewery, and I think it's every other Tuesday you'd pick it up, or maybe it's every Tuesday. Again, you could get a hold of them, and you just do a drive-through and they just put it in your car because you pay for it over Venmo, and you're good to go. Wallace Farms is another good one too. You can get them at the Iowa Food Co-op, or I'm sure you can get a hold of them and see if they have a drop-off as well. So they're through the Iowa Food Co-op. They're also through, if you want to go out to Early Morning Harvest, which is that little farm store I was telling you about earlier, clear out in Panora. You can go and drive out there and order some beef from them and pick it up there. I know there's a lot of other ones too, and feel free to comment on that. That's just kind of the ones that I'm familiar with and what we've used. I was also going to talk about where you can get some good quality eggs, and a lot of these places I've just mentioned you can also get eggs, but Crooked Gap Farms, Early Morning Harvest has really good eggs. Blue Gate Farms, Great Egg Gardens sometimes has eggs. I'm not for sure how well stocked they'll be on eggs, but I know they have it occasionally. Bell Farms has eggs as well, and these are just really these are hens that have been taken care of, and you can definitely tell the difference in the color of the yolks, and they're just a higher quality. Another animal product is some honey, and I'll just put in a plug for Bell Farms honey because I really like Ellen, who takes care of the bees, and it's a really good honey that's out in Runnels, Iowa. And dairy, if you like milk, if you drink milk, there's a lot of dairies that are local here. So you have Picket Fence Creamery, which is I think out in Granger or somewhere around there, and you can go out to their dairy and they have a little store and you can actually buy milk and butter, and I think they even probably have eggs too, and you can buy that there. We really like Cloverleaf dairy. It comes in glass jugs, and that's one reason I really like it. You have to pay for a deposit when you buy the jugs, but when you bring them back, you get that deposit back. They are going to be starting to do a home delivery. So you get a hold of them. I think by the end of this month, they'll do a home delivery, and they'll have a little cooler. You can set your own cooler out, or you can purchase one from them, and then they will deliver that milk to you. And my kids really like it. I think it's really good quality, and I love the fact that when you buy cream from them, it's yellow, which is what cream should look like, not white. And then if you like goat's milk at all, there is a dairy called Grazing Goat Dairy, which I have been doing a lot of business with actually, because my kids really like their drinkable yogurt. They are clear up in Decorah, Iowa, but they bring a delivery down every other week. So I started just meeting them at their delivery, which is at the Iowa Food Co-op, and I just purchase from them directly. I give them my order and I just grab it from their car and we're good to go. So that gives you a little bit of idea of places you can easily get a hold of, whether it's through Instagram, Facebook, email them directly from their website, and you can go pick it up locally and not have to worry about finding them, just kind of finding the pickup spot. Another really kind of fun thing that's happening this Saturday is there is a drive-through farmers market in the parking lot, the shops at Roosevelt. And there, I wrote the list down so I didn't want to leave anyone out, but they have, it's from 10 to 2, and it's Grade A Gardens, it's Crooked Gap Farms, which is what we just mentioned with meat, L'Ami Bakery, Frisian Farms, which has a lot of good Gouda cheeses, and they make their own, and it's a really high quality local dairy that makes cheese. And then the Cheese Shop, which of course we all know has amazing cheeses as well. So that's something you could do this Saturday. Just thought I'd plug that for you guys, so it'd be an easy thing for you to do and get some good food. I think that you'll find that it makes so much difference when you start buying these types of meats. It's a little bit more expensive, obviously. We have started using a smaller amount of meat and just kind of make it as the accompaniment to our vegetables, and it helps my kids eat vegetables a little bit more when I add bacon to it, or cottage ham is really good from Crooked Gap Farms. And so you kind of learn, you don't have to have the big piece of meat. You can use smaller amounts of it, and then it will go further, and then the cost isn't as big. I hope this helps everybody, and we'll see you later. And you're still filming. Oh, okay.